What's going on, beautiful people? In today's video, we are going to be making an awesome shrimp tank. Now, I bet you can't guess which one. No, obviously it's going to be that one. I've got a really thriving shrimp community down in this tank. They're breeding great. So you can just see, if you stay still, you can kind of just see them everywhere. Completely different sizes everywhere as well, which means there's generations being born and grown and that kind of thing. Now the problem is, if you've got a thriving community like this, you don't want to just keep all of them in that one, because sometimes things go wrong and they can crash. So I'm going to build a new one to start a second sort of colony, if you like, in this tank. Now this is an awesome sort of, I don't know, mountainscape I called it, like, because it does look kind of like a mountain. It's all grown in so well, and it's low tech as well. All we've got is a cheap budget light at the top and a little tiny internal filter thingy, and it's carpet in, it's great. So in this top tank, I want to do something a little bit different, but you know, not too crazy, because shrimp tanks need to be relatively simple, but I want to use dragonstone this time. I think that's like mountain rock or something like that down there. I don't really know the name of it, but dragonstone, everyone knows what dragonstone is. It's one of the most popular stones, and it'd be cool to have a scape that's got some, you know, being used. But first of all, I need to get some substrate in here to balance the rocks on. If I just put them like that, they're going to fall over. So it's easy to get like a banked substrate in first, and for that, down here, look, I've got some old stuff that I've used in previous setups, mix of aqua soil, gravel, sands, and that should work really well. Now remember, this is not the decorative layer. This is just what we're using to bring up that back section. The decorative layer should be a lot prettier, but this works really well for what we need it for. Right, that's like halfway up the whole tank, so there's quite a lot there, but it will move around, shift forwards. We need a good amount to be able to push the rocks into as well. Now speaking of rocks, they are over here. So down here I have a big collection of dragonstone underneath some of these storage tanks. The lights aren't on at the moment, but so we've got loads to choose from, different shapes and sizes. It's a good idea to give your dragonstones a wash off before you use them as well, because they're covered in like dusty stuff. But don't over scrub them, because you'll just eventually just scrub it away, because it's just clay. Right, first piece going in. Now look, if you look at the back, that's an ugly side. Turn it round, stick it there. Oh, it's gone right down. We do want it to go down a bit though. Okay, sweet, hold there for now, please. And another couple of pieces. I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just getting some pieces in, and then I'll just arrange it better in a minute, because I can already tell that looks poor. Or does it, you know? Yeah, it does, definitely. Oh, that little one is not working at all. Maybe we can get this bigger piece to work with us. Yeah, I think we can. Straight away. They're quite level, but I think with dragonstone, you can get away with composition a little bit more, just because they're just so awesome looking straight away. And some foreground pieces as well. Maybe an angle on that one. So those two are following the same angle, and it's completely different to sort of everything else. So looking at it from here, it doesn't work. And that's because we've got a central point that it looks like everything's coming out from, and then this piece is just stuck on its side. So it's just a case of flipping that, I reckon, and it should work. Just spin it round. Well, it looks better. Not quite there though. I'm gonna have a fiddle round, and hopefully we'll get it perfect. Oh, and just in case you guys are wondering, this is my new merch, my new angelfish top. You can buy it if you want from the link above, or link in the description and first comment as well. And there's lots of other stuff on the shop as well that you might be interested in if you want to support the channel even further than just watching the videos. So that's looking really good. I like that. See what I mean? There's the sort of, that's the main point everything's exploding out from. If you can say exploding out, you know what I mean? Looking at it, it looks like stuff's going on, doesn't it, straight away? Maybe this one's a little bit too straight, but once I've got a bit more substrate in, I'll be able to just slightly angle it a little bit more, maybe not, might not need to. But this area here, look, it's got like a non-aesthetically pleasing look to it. So I've got a little flattener here, get this on Amazon, I'll leave a link, use that smaller end, and I can just push it around so it's just a really, really low level, and then I can put the decorative layer on the top. Oh, and another thing I've just noticed, which you really, really want to avoid doing when you're setting up your tank, this rock's too close to the front glass. I can't get anything down in front of it, or I can, but only just. Nothing that I could probably clean with, so I need to come in and maybe twist it back a little, and that should give us, that's still not enough room. Get that gravel under there. Go on, and you get, that gives us plenty of room. Good. We are perfect, ready to, well, not perfect, nothing's perfect, but I really like it. Next up is the decorative layer, because obviously, like I say, we don't want to see this. And for that, the sand I'm going to use, it's like a medium grain sand. So like, or maybe an ultra fine gravel, but yeah, it looks really good. And it's just a case of sprinkling it in. Now go right in the foreground first, and then that way you'll be able to cover up all of that under gravel, we shall call it. Oh, I think we're off to a great start here. I mean, it looks dramatic. There's loads of little places and pockets for plants to go as well, but there's also quite a bit of swim room. There's enough room this side for the filter. Actually, this side, either side, doesn't matter. I'm gonna put that side though, because I've actually already got the filter from the previous setup sat in this tank here, which is my Amazon tank. So this is all fully established, and you know, as you can see, it's looking great. So I've got the filter sat in there just running as well, which means it will stay good. You know, all the bacteria will stay alive inside of it, which means it'll be 100% ready to go for the shrimp straight away. So the planting in this one is going to be really, really simple. I'm going for mainly epiphytes in the gaps. Epiphytes are like Anubias and things that stick to rocks and that, and you can just place them anywhere you want. And in the background area is going to be some dwarf sage, which is going to give off like a nice flicky greenness to it. You'll see what I mean in a bit. So it's really simple. Look, I've just got some Anubias here. It's just attached to a pebble with some glue. You can use that, don't worry. It's just a simple case of just putting it into the scape, and then that's done. And look, it instantly looks like it's been there for a long time as well. Now I've got quite a few of these like stored in different tanks, so they're all ready to go. Usually when I buy Anubias, the first thing I do is put it on a rock like that with some glue, cyanoacrylate superglue gel, and then you can just store it wherever you want if you've got spare tanks, that is. If you haven't, then just put it at the back of one of your other tanks. They don't need a ton of light, so I think it's always best if you can just put them on that, let them start sort of converting to being underwater, and they'll look so much better in time as well then. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to move this out because I found an even better piece to go there. Could we move that somewhere else? Maybe there? Actually, that's quite good for propping up the dragonstone on this side. And then I've got this monster bit for the middle there, look at that, so good. One piece behind, this piece can go down there. Oh, that's perfect. It fits so good. And then a little bit more in this gap, just to fill it in. I'm not gluing any of these because they're either on rocks or they're, you know, trapped between the dragonstone. I think we need one more piece there. Push it right in. There we go. And this is so simple, but I think it gives a really neat look as well. And then I've got the dwarf sage here that I can plant in at the back. Should look good. So currently we've got sort of no idea how that's all sitting, so I can fill it up with water now to see how the sage is looking and if we need to add more or not, and then put some floating plants, everything. Maybe some details in the foreground, I'm not sure yet. I'm quite liking that clean look. We'll see. Right, we're a little bit misty on initial fill up, to be honest. It's not a surprise that I didn't wash anything at all and put it all in there. A quick water change will sort it, or you just put some AquaClear, which I use, API AquaClear. When the filter's in, I'll get the filter running now, I should clear it up. And then I think just add a few details in this foreground, not too much though, I don't want to go silly with it. And what I mean by that is I actually want to be able to see the sand. So the details I want to add is just some dwarf hairgrass, look, in just some of these little front areas. Not too much, just a little hint of it, and I think that'll be enough. Not that bit there enough, but just a hint of it will be enough. Then a little drop of AquaClear, and we should be good to go. There we go, don't need a lot. That'll clear it in no time now. And last but not least, some floating plants. So we've got Salvinia here. Don't want too much because it grows so fast. And then some nice red root floaters as well. Oh, so red. Okay, looking sweet. Give it 10 minutes, that'll be clear. We can put a shrimp in. Right, the tank is now crystal clear. Look at that, like properly. Looks like there's nothing in there at the moment. We're ready for some shrimp. Now over here, I've collected up some that are from my some of my other little setups, but I also want to add to that lot with some of the shrimps from this one as well. Like I say, I want to make sure I haven't put all the shrimp in just one tank that's doing really well. I want to spread them about and, you know, try and get those colonies in other places as well, like an insurance really. So I think straight away I'm going to pick these two here. Come on, off the rock. Sometimes if you just go behind a shrimp, it should jump into the net. Watch this. There we go, he's in. And now for this other big one. In fact, there's two big ones here. There you go, there's one. And there's the second. So we've got a good little selection there, completely different sizes and colours. We've got rillies, we've got solid colours. Yeah, a good little mix. Now I'm going to collect up quite a few snails as well, because I find snails and shrimp, they just work perfectly together, and lots of people don't really like snails, and I don't know why, because they're brilliant. That one's tucked away at the moment, but it'll come out in a minute. Right, we're all good. In go the shrimp and the snails. New home. All the water temperatures are matching in here, guys, so we're all good for that. Straight away, they look great in there, actually. Look at that. You know, I was thinking we might not actually, you know, see them very much because of the orangeness of the stones, but look at that. Look great. That really right there. And you've got the reds, the blues. There's a carbon at the back, and then just a normal cherries as well, which are just as good. We love the normal cherries. And then look at this one down here, just a yellow one. Banana, is it? Or yellow, really? I don't even know, actually. It's quite young, so it's hard to tell. But that one there, that's a beautiful little female. Look at that. See the little saddle she's got? That's where all the eggs are sort of getting ready to be fertilized. Now, I know a lot of people say you shouldn't be mixing colors because they'll all end up brown. Well, that's not happened so far, so I don't even care if they do end up brown, to be honest. I like all the shrimp. I'm not worried what colour they are. They're all good. They all serve a really good purpose of cleaning up your tank, and it's just fun watching them multiply, isn't it? I don't know why I'm particularly drawn to this one here. I think it's buried, maybe not, I'm not sure. There we go, another really good specimen in the middle as well. Oh, this is really good. I think that's a male, so I think we've definitely got a mix of male and female, which is always a great start to continuing a colony. But the beauty of all this, really slow growing plants. I mean, I'm not gonna have to do a lot to this at all. The sage will try and creep around. As you can see, that has done here in my Better Fish Blackwater. I actually planted that all at the back and it's all come around, but it looks so nice that I can't bring myself to pull it out. Fish seems to love it as well. Such a dark looking tank, this one, because of it's got like black water, it's got all the tannings and things like that in. Now the shrimp will actually benefit from some botanicals in there, so I'll probably add some in at the back at a later date, but for now, yeah, really clean, really easy. The whole point of this was to be able to create something that all of you guys could do as well, and there's no way you can't do what I just done. I mean, it's not that many plants, so the cost is low. 6 rocks, 5 rocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 rocks. Again, low cost, it's a nano tank. Shrimp are probably the most expensive thing in here, to be honest, but you don't have to start off with a huge collection, you can just let it grow. But I think 10 is a really good starting number when you're trying to get a colony going. Look, there's that really, look at that. Look at that beauty there. Give me more, please. So that is the end of this build, guys. A really simple one for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to give it a go, really do. Just give it a go. It might not look perfect first time, but you'll get it eventually. I mean, I've made so many mistakes over the last 4 years now that I can sort of do a lot better each and every time that I do a tank. So yeah, it's just practice. And also, if you don't like something you've created, don't be afraid to just tear it down and start again. Providing you're looking after the fish or the shrimp, then there's not a problem with that at all, in my opinion.